Hello my dear health seekers, what an exciting recipe today. So today I'm making vegan Raffaello. So let's begin. So this is my first time of trying this specific recipe, so fingers crossed it works out well and is as delicious as I remember Raffaello, because Raffaello used to be my favorite sweet in the whole world. So to begin, we're gonna put a bain-marie. So let me just switch my induction hob on. And we want to heat the water. So I've got a bit of hot water. Ideally you put just boiling water already, so it speeds up the process. So you add water, then you put some kind of sieve, whether this or a mesh one. So basically the main thing is so that the bottom of the mesh does not touch the water, so that it's only steam that goes up. And then I've got a glass bowl. So into my glass bowl I've got 1 bar of white vegan chocolate. So this happens to be a vanilla chocolate. I really like iChoc chocolates because they're also plastic free as well. So all of the packaging is recyclable, and this is 80-gram bar. So I would definitely recommend you go to double this recipe, but I already prepared half of the recipe because you need to chill it in the fridge. That's why I'm kind of done half. But when you're making it yourself, double that. So either two bars of 80-gram, or if you can get 3, so to make 200 grams. So you need about 200 grams basically of white vegan chocolate for the full recipe. And if you're not using a vanilla white chocolate, then you would need to add maybe a little bit, maybe a 1/4 of a teaspoon or a 1/2 a teaspoon of vanilla essence, or even vanilla paste or vanilla powder you can get. But this one already has some vanilla in here, so I'm just gonna put it into smaller pieces into my bowl, into my glass bowl, and as you can see the water is starting to steam here. So I'm gonna put it on kind of medium to low steaming and let this chocolate to melt very gently. And while this is melting, we're gonna be adding 2 tablespoons of coconut milk. So this is the coconut cream, if you like, that is at the top of the can. So for this you could probably put your cans into the fridge and let the coconut milk solidify on the top. If yours, mine kind of quite solid even in the room temperature, I found. It depends on the milk, but so I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons. If you're using 200-gram chocolate bars, which you need for this recipe, then use 5 tablespoons of coconut cream. So because I'm using less than 100 grams here, I'm gonna just put 2 tablespoons in here. So you know how I said there's no plastic inside of these chocolates? There is, but this is actually a compostable plastic. So I'm gonna chop it up into smaller pieces and put it into my compost bin together with all my vegetable peelings. And this is obviously cardboard, so you can recycle it really easily. And now I'm just gonna mix it up, so careful, because obviously steam is rather hot, but basically we wanna melt the chocolate and mix it with this coconut milk. And one thing I forgot, I'll put a couple of grains of salt, so just a pinch of salt here, just to add to that, kind of to bring out the sweetness, if you like. So yeah, so I'm just, and you want to melt this slowly, so quite a low medium. I'm reducing mine because mine is steaming a bit too fast. So yeah, so you just basically want to melt and mix until your you know, mixture is uniform. And as well, in the meantime, the other two ingredients you're gonna need, so it's such a simple recipe. So almonds, so I've got here some almonds that are roasted on about 180 for 10 minutes. So I roasted some almonds, dry roasted them, and then I've got some desiccated non-sweetened coconut that I'm gonna be rolling the ganache balls in. But first of all, like I say, I'll wait until this melts and it's all uniform. So now you can see all the chocolate has melted, and I incorporated the coconut cream in here. As you can see, it's kind of almost see-through, really, the liquid. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this in the fridge to cool down overnight is best, or at least for a few hours once this ganache cools down and thickens. So I actually ended up adding one more bar of chocolate into this mixture. So it was 2 bars of 80 grams of white vanilla chocolate and 2 tablespoons of coconut milk in there. Because I did just with, you know, 1 bar and 2 tablespoons, and it was a bit too soft for rolling these. So all you're gonna need to do then is to take about a tablespoon, and this is, yeah, so it's much better consistency now, as you can see. So you take about a tablespoon size, make sure your hands are clean, and then what we're going to do, we're going to just place a nut, so the roasted almond goes in the middle, and then we're going to just roll it around the almond and then drop it into our coconut flakes. So just nicely roll it around, and that's our Raffaello. And you're gonna store these either in the fridge, or you could also store them in the freezer. So yeah, so I'm gonna just continue with the rest of it. So just take about a tablespoon size piece, add a nut into it, roll it into a ball to cover the nut well, and then dip it into the coconut flakes. So this is the fun part, and try not to hold it in your hands too much so they don't start melting. So it made 7 Raffaello balls, and oh, that was way much better. So yeah, don't overdo it with the coconut milk, and that rolls so much better. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for about half an hour or so, and then I'm gonna taste test these. And of course, I've got our sweet tooth taste tester here to help us determine whether these Vegan Raffaello sweets are any good, or are they very similar to the original ones.
I'm up for that.
So yeah, so grab yourself a one, not that one. I'll not be greedy, I'll do half a one, but you can have a full one.
I'll be greedy.
So yeah, so let's give this a go. I'm excited. Oh wow.
Oh. So rich.
Very rich.
But it's really good. Just, you get that white chocolate kind of taste coming through.
Yeah. It really, the vanilla in that chocolate, I think really does taste like the Raffaello I used to know. Really has that, you know, really is so reminiscent.
I never really had Raffaello that much, but it was good. But to be fair, this is gorgeous.
Maybe if, because these are very sweet, because obviously it's like just mainly white chocolate with a bit of coconut milk in there. If you maybe want to reduce the sweetness a little bit, then you could maybe put a bit of cashew butter in with the whole ganache. So cut down a little bit of chocolate and replace it with a little bit of cashew butter. I think that should work. I'll try it next time, because these are so rich, right? So sweet.
I'll test that one for you too.
I'm sure he will. So yeah, so this is a success. I'm so excited, guys. Because Raffaello is just my favorite sweet before I went vegan. So this is going to be an occasional treat. It will definitely be an occasional treat because it's a lot of sugar and a lot of fat in here.
Yeah.
But oh, it's so good for us, you know, sometimes just treating yourself.
To be fair, I think even if you've got a sweet tooth, because they're so rich, you probably only want a couple.
Yeah, at the most, I think. And I still would need probably a cup of tea with it too. Yeah, so they're very sweet, but they're so delicious. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe for more videos and shenanigans just like this. Naughty, healthier vegan treats, and also other delicious whole food recipes here on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And remember, guys, food is fuel.
So be mindful of what you put in the body.
Exactly. Until next time.
Bye, guys.